Tara Cherie here with you. It's really good to be here with you. And I just want to welcome you to my home office space here in my home. And I'm going to make this short and sweet today. I'm actually being interviewed today on my results from the recent 28 days that I've lost weight and dropped clothing sizes and got rid of all the sugar cravings and inflammation. I'm actually being interviewed by one of my dearest colleagues and friends and mentors. And so I do have to go live a little bit early. So I really, really, really appreciate you joining me today. And if this is the first time that you've joined me, I just want to say welcome. It's really so good to be here with you today. In addition to that, I just want to let you know that if you are currently viewing weekly, I just want to encourage you and welcome you to continue joining in with us on a weekly basis. We do meet every Tuesday and Thursday between 12:50 p.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're getting ready to celebrate a couple of different holidays here. There's Easter, there is also Passover coming up, and one of the biggest key words that the Lord actually spoke to me was being in a place of rest. So I just want to let you guys know over the course of the next week or so, I am only going to be doing those things that the Lord has shown me to do. The other things I'm going to kind of set aside until the following week. It's really important that we are intentional about how we communicate and how we spend our time. And it's not just a matter of work or cleaning or taking care of kids or being married or enjoying things in life. It's also about taking time to communicate and to articulate. So if you're in a position where you're seeing things shifting, you feel like you need more revelation, downloads, knowledge, understanding, then I really encourage you to step back. This is a great time, especially with Easter and Passover coming up. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to get in the political debate about holidays, okay, and what we celebrate. That's not what this is about. But I do want to say that typically in the Hebraic calendar, typically you take an entire week's worth of rest. And I know for some of us that that's not possible. But let me tell you how strategic that really is. Because if you're looking at a shift, you're looking to communicate, how you communicate is how tied to how your relationship with the Lord is. Okay, so if you find yourself not spending as much time with the Lord and praying, meditating, journaling, whatever that looks like, it could be reflective of the fruit that you're currently seeing in your life. So if you find yourself arguing more with your spouse, or you're not communicating as well with your kids, or you're not seeing things shift into place, or you're not in the place that you think that you really should be at the current moment, now is a good time to be strategic and step into a place of rest so that you can allow your body to relax. Because what's going to happen if you're trying to be so performance oriented that you're doing everything inside of your own strength, it's why you may be seeing some results, but you're not maximizing on your results, or it might be why you see some things coming into alignment, but not others. It's directly tied to how much time you spend with the Lord, because He's just going to be a gentleman. He's going to wait for you to get out of the way so that you can receive greater strategy and greater revelation, because you're saying, and it can be tied to that too, but what I'm really concentrating on, Courtney, is just being in a place of complete rest right now, because your body does need to replenish. It does need to hydrate at a cellular level. It does need, the muscles do need repair. Your body does need sleep. You do need mental clarity so that your brain can be repaired, your gut can be repaired. You're right about all of those things and then some. But really, being in a place of rest is more than just physical. It's in a place of spiritual and mental alignment as well. Because when you allow your body, you say, I'm done, and you surrender everything to the Lord, and you say, okay, I really need your help. I want to be used as a vessel. don't be surprised that with that comes more responsibility. So you need the full download and revelation and knowledge from the Holy Spirit. Okay, you need the Spirit man to speak to you in order to execute what he has for your life, what you're meant to partner with and share with others, because it's directly correlated and linked. How many of you actually pray for the Lord to show you what your next step is? You know, how many of you actually pray and thank him with gratitude for the alignment of bringing people into your life that you're either A, meant to serve and connect with, or B, that you're meant to speak life to and encourage? And how many of you need to more deeply connect in your relationships? When's the last time you sat down and connected with your spouse at a deeper level? When is the last time you took time out to spend with each of your children? When is the last time that you talked about, being in alignment and partnering and spending your time with the Lord? Yeah, I agree. It doesn't matter about religion and beliefs. It doesn't. I agree, Patrick, totally 110%. But your relationship with the Lord is absolutely key to how you connect with other people. Okay? Because, some people, it's not just enough, some people are pitching their business, they're pitching their ideas, but they're not, or they're doing the Sunday sermon, okay, but they're not intimately connecting with their audience. They're not connecting in their partnerships and their relationships with people. And that is something that the Lord has really spoken to and put on my heart recently, is that we need to be connecting at a more intimate level. If there's somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time, get with God and let him show you how you're supposed to connect and speak life, because you could have a lot of really good thoughts and ideas, but the Lord wants to give you the download, meaning the revelation that he has, so that you can speak life into that person, so that you can deliver that message with accuracy. Because sometimes people don't necessarily believe in themselves, but they are they are believing because you chose to bring and build belief in them. Okay, but you could be communicating a good message, but that doesn't mean that that's the revelation of God. Okay, so it's really important in anything that you do, whether that's a personal connection, whether that's a spiritual connection, whether that's a business connection. You can't build relationships just around pitching products and pitching messages. You need to know what it is that they really need. And don't be surprised if you can't connect with them the first time through. Okay, some people have barriers and walls, they make assumptions, but don't forget where you came from once. You needed direct knowledge and wisdom and discernment and understanding. And remember, the Lord also had to work on your heart and reveal things that you needed to work on. So don't prejudge people, and don't prejudge them just because they say and give you a response that doesn't make sense to you. Okay, because what you're judging is something that you could actually be learning from and growing from in your experiences. So don't allow that to guide you whatsoever. Focus on why the Lord wants you to connect. And you cannot hear him clearly and be busy at the same time. So don't be telling people you're busy. You need to stop saying that you're busy all the time. You need to quit going so much. We are in a society that pushes and encourages to do all the time. And that's the exact opposite of rest. So we need to step back and say, what is it that I'm meant to grow from? And where's the next place that I'm meant to go to? And, how can I help people the most effectively? Okay? Look into your own heart and take that step back and see how the Lord more intimately wants to connect with you. You guys, he's asking for more of your time. He wants more of you. He wants to grow you. And be thankful that he chose you to grow. Okay? Because the very thing that we're looking at in somebody else is the very area of growth that we need to grow from. So never prejudge, never assume anything. Okay, but allow God and just take all of that and surrender. If you didn't like the response, that's okay. But don't take somebody else's hurt as your own. Just bless them and release them or love them where they are at. Just stay intimately connected with them. And the best thing that you can do for that person is pray for them. Okay, do not assume and bear all that weight and responsibility. That would drag you down, and then you really can't hear clearly. Okay, so in order to hear clearly, we must be willing to let where other people are go. Isn't it funny? We put so much more stock and so much more value in the opinions of man. Why do you think that is? Because we feel like we need more validation. We feel like we need titles and approval. I don't know about you, but I never want a title. I don't care about titles. That's not why I'm here. That's not why I get on Facebook Live. That's not why I do what I do. I do what I do because I love God. I love that partnership that him and I have in that connection. To tell you the truth, I need to go deeper in revelation. Okay, because we get to new levels that we're not fully equipped for yet. We don't understand what the Lord is wanting to do. We don't have all the tools and all the knowledge necessarily yet. Yes, it's in our DNA, but God needs to pull those things out so that he can manifest us, that he can make us more well-rounded, he can make us more relatable, he can make us more empowering in the marketplace. But we have to be willing to let him work on us, to cleanse us, to purify us, to grow us, and to do those things, to do those in full healing. Okay, we need to rest. And rest doesn't mean stop everything that you're doing. He may give you actual knowledge and instruction, but you know what? He's going to wait till you get out of the way of yourself and stop striving in performance, okay, and stop trying to do, and just allow him to show you. Get away from the other things. Get away from what other people are saying and telling you to do all the time, okay? It doesn't really matter. Why do we put so much more stock in man than we do our God? Okay, that we do not go to him. Instead, we ask that person, what do you think that I should do? It doesn't really matter what man thinks you should do. If it didn't come from God, you know, it doesn't matter. It's just plans of man versus plans of God. But plans of God is fulfillment. It's so much more. The plans of God are so much more for our lives than what any man could express to us. Sure, he gives us mentors, he gives us coaches, and I encourage you to connect with those coaches. I encourage you to grow. I encourage you to get help, and God does send mentors in your life to speak life, to teach you, to equip you, to grow you, okay? But let God show you what that looks like. Let God's timing manifest and grow on you. Allow his presence to be soaking presence in your life. That means abiding in him and allowing him to show you what that next level looks like, to show you what that idea is, to show you how to execute it, to show you what your next steps are, to show you how to speak and how to grow and how to build and how to live and how to have that quality of life. Because what you think it is so good, but can you imagine if you just surrender all of that to the Lord right now, lay at his feet, abide in him, and allow him to equip you with the strategies so that when you connect, when you really connect, it's going to be super powerful. It's going to take you to that next level. And you're going to grow in ways that you never thought were possible. You're going to shift in ways that you thought would never happen. God is going to reach so many more people in you as a vessel because you put him first. In everything that you communicated and everything that was articulated, you spoke his word and you manifested his word and you declared him as truth and you allowed him to speak to you in a way that was intimate, that was the Father's love, that was the Father's plan. And now you're taking heaven and really bringing it to earth because you allowed yourself to be in a place of rest, to grow and to transform so that you could speak that same word of life into the lives of so many others. You guys, I could go on and on and on about this message, but I believe that this message today is clear. So allow yourself to break free. It doesn't matter if you can delegate it out. Just take some time to rest. It doesn't have to be all day, but get in a place with intimacy with the Lord. Allow him to reveal what he wants to teach you, or how he wants to grow you, or what he wants to show you about your heart, so that you can have not just an impact in your local area, but you can have a global impact for him. I'm going to leave my information in the comment section, so if you want to connect, I am going to be making some changes to some things that I'm doing, but for now, you can reach out to me directly, personally. If you want to consult with me on something, I am available to do that. I do want to minister and speak life into your heart. I do want to serve, so if anybody is in need of prayer, wants to connect, wants to learn more how to be in a place of rest, I am doing free consults, but it is on a first come, first serve basis, so please let me know that. Otherwise, we are going to be connecting this next Tuesday, hopefully, but stay tuned because I am going to be resting. So if the Lord tells me to put Facebook Live down, guess what? That's exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm not afraid to step away so that I can come back and I can be used mightily for him. So I encourage you to do the same. I'm not going to do anything that I don't practice myself. So if you want to be in touch with me, definitely reach out, message me. I would love to connect with you directly. Otherwise, I will hopefully see you this next Tuesday, so just stay tuned for further updates. All right, take care, be blessed, and have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.